A summer league game nearly ended a Briarcrest senior's promising basketball career. Clayton Collier is here with the story of how he made it back to the hardwood.
When Jacob Gazzo transferred to Briarcrest this summer, he thought his biggest challenge would be adjusting to a new school, until a scary fall on the court had him thinking life as he knew it was over. But one man knew better. It's the little things that hold the biggest meaning to Jacob Gazzo, like gripping a basketball, taking a shot, or walking on the court or at all.
It was a blessing in disguise because I appreciate so much more now.
Jacob's future was secure. He was already committed to Ole Miss until one play in one summer league game nearly took it all away.
The next thing I know, I woke up in the hospital. I don't even remember starting the game or anything.
He had a great steal, and he had so much speed going, and he tried to two-hand dunk it.
They told me I went up and I dunked.
He was going so fast that he actually just sort of went up underneath the rim and lost his grip.
Just my hand slipped off the rim and I fell on the back of my head. It knocked me out for about 45 minutes to an hour.
And there I was, just looking right at him.
Kevin Olds is the senior head physical therapist at Campbell Clinic and for the University of Memphis. He was at the game to watch his son play against Briarcrest when he saw Jacob fall.
Well, I got up and I looked at him, and some people ran over, and I told everybody don't touch him.
Kevin helped stabilize his neck before the ambulance arrived. Jacob came to in the emergency room and made a terrifying discovery.
I woke up and I just tried to move, and I thought I was moving. I looked down and my body just wasn't moving, and I was so scared, and I was just like, what's wrong with me? And they were like, you may be paralyzed, and I was so scared. I was like, I just wanted to be a normal kid at that point.
Jacob regained movement in his arms, but doctors told him he would be a paraplegic and that his basketball career was over.
It just really terrified me for a while. I didn't know what life was going to be like.
Kevin told the family to get a second opinion, so they went to Vanderbilt.
The neurologist in Nashville called me and we talked, and we both kind of agreed it was more of a spinal shock type of injury where, thank goodness, there was no fractures in the cervical spine or the thoracic spine.
Meaning Jacob would get better.
Push on up. There you go.
But there was a long road ahead.
And they started taking me through some therapy, and my legs just wouldn't move. They had to pick up my legs for me when I started. And they were like, your body's going to come back, but we just don't know how long. It could take like 2 weeks, 2 years. We don't know.
The nervous system is the boss of the body, and when that is messed up, it has an effect on everything.
Good job.
Restoring complete brain-to-body control is a tall order for someone who stands at 6'7".
He was walking with a very shaky gait. His muscles were spasming. He really couldn't stand still without shaking. He was sleeping all the time.
I think about a month and a half, 2 months went by, and I was just slowly shuffling my feet still, and I was getting so frustrated. I didn't know if I was going to make it or not.
Slow, slow, slow.
Too slow for Jacob, but right on time for Kevin's therapy plan.
We work what's called very small intrinsic muscles, maybe just moving your fingers and hands and toes separately from that. He had a lot of trouble doing that, but yet that stimulates the nervous system or the neuromuscular system far more than large overall movements. 1 or 2 more? He was very frustrated in the beginning doing that, but we continued that or incorporated that into his daily routine, and he got better and better and better and better.
I don't know, it was just like one day I woke up and I was like, man, this is different, and I just walked downstairs normally, and I was so ecstatic, I was so excited. My mom just started immediately crying, and I started crying because it took so long just to get to that point. And I didn't know at first, but then like as therapy went on and everybody was encouraging me, I was like, I think I can do this, and it was just the encouragement that really got me through it.
As his progress continued, the focus shifted to basketball season. So Kevin spent his weekends taking their sessions from the clinic to the court.
I needed to get him on the court and seeing his movement deficits and his functional limitations.
He understood, how valuable, basketball was to Jacob and the next level, and what was at stake, going to a university, going to Ole Miss.
I never was in this field just to do my, job between, let's say, 8 to 5 or whatever. If I've got to go above and beyond with a kid, I've always done that for my 25, 26 years of doing this. I think that's the way we should be. I think the kids deserve it. If you don't, you shouldn't be in this field.
Oh man, I'm so blessed that he was there because he knew exactly what to do right when I got into therapy. Like he knew where I hit the back of my head. Like he had everything planned out, and I mean he was really he was the one to get me through it.
5 months after his fall, Jacob finally signed with Ole Miss, and 2 weeks later made his Briarcrest debut against Collierville.
I was so excited to be out there. I didn't even care how I played. I was just excited to be out there.
You know, it brings a tear to your eye, you know, when he gets out there, because all the hard work that he's been through has been, you know, substantiated.
All the little things that added up to a new outlook on life for Jacob.
I just appreciated things so much more, like walking outside and just doing regular normal things like driving, just doing stuff like that, and I think that's why it was a blessing. I couldn't ask for a better senior year.
Just an incredible young man. Now, there is one thing that could make his senior year even better, and that's a state championship. The top-ranked Saints play in their sub-state game tomorrow night against CPA. Jacob will be starting at center.